much for being here. This means a lot to me. I love comedy. It's my dream. It's my passion. If my dad ever, looked me in the eyes and said, "You are enough," I'd quit tonight. I would never do this again. I went to like a fancy private school growing up, and there were a lot of kids there whose families had second homes. And to fit in, I would say that I also had a second home. And they were talking about their beach house, and I was talking about my dad's. I had this friend who was like, "Hey man, next weekend you want to go away to my family's beach house?" And I was like, "Yes, that sounds great." And like the weekend after that, would you want to sleep over at my dad's? And I had to like amend the invitation, and be like, well, not that weekend, but like 2 weekends from now, as per my parents' custody agreement. Like, that's how you know who has the better second home. If one person goes when it's vacation, and the other person goes when their mom drops them off there. One person's like, spring break, and the other person's like, the first Monday through Thursday of spring break, and then back on the next Monday. Oh man. My dad is a rabbi. My parents met at Jewish summer camp, and my grandmother is a Holocaust survivor. Yeah. This joke is gonna end up being about me. No, not really. Anyways, my point is, I got the creds, man. I got the credits. Like, I am like a little Jewish prince. Like, I did Ancestry.com, and I got my results back, and it was just like, J-E-W. Exclamation point. I was like, alright, cool at Ancestry.com. I like the tone of that. I did a stand-up show this past summer at a sleepaway camp, and it was one of those sleepaway camps with like a fake-ass Native American name. You guys know this type of camp? Where it's just full of like little happy white children, Like one of these camps with a name like Camp Weeby Jews. Or like Camp Jeep Grand Cherokee. And like they assign different like tribal names to different cabins. Maybe you've seen this. So it's like here comes cabin 11, the Mighty Chickasaw. But the Mighty Chickasaw are like 10 7th grade girls. It's like the Chickasaw engage in the ancient fabric weaving ceremony known as friendship bracelets. Their chief is Emily. The mighty Emily. She got her braces off. And when the Chickasaw come of age, they imbibe a traditional drink known as White Claw. Alright, let's see if this resonates with you guys. Sometimes I wish that you could have subtitles in the bedroom, because my girlfriend could never hear me when I tried to do dirty talk. And there is nothing more embarrassing than having to repeat dirty talk. Because somebody didn't hear you. Okay? Like nobody wants to use their loud, clarifying voice in the bedroom. Nobody wants to be like, I said bring that ass over here. I said ass. And it's like it already takes so much for me to like work up the courage to try to say something sexy that if I get questioned at all, I will bail. I will bail immediately. Like I'd work up the courage and I'd be like, baby, gonna fuck you so good. And she'd be like, what? And I'd be like, what? What? Oh no, you don't. No, did you? Oh, I just said maybe we should do like Thai for dinner, maybe like that. It was like a chronic, like she could never hear me. She tried to like coach me out of it. Like some girls in the bedroom are like, I want you to choke me. She would be like, I want you to enunciate. So we broke up. How that went. This is great to do a real show for you guys. It's great because I do a lot of comedy open mics, and maybe you've never been to a comedy open mic, but you would totally get what it's like if you've ever watched one of those viral videos of like a COVID school board meeting. Where it's just unstable person after unstable person getting their time, getting to say their piece, man. You know, I watch those videos and they feel very familiar to me. Like, some people watch those videos and are like, man, our country's so divided. And I watch those videos and I'm like, I would kill in that room. I was at a comedy open mic recently, and there was this guy there, Corey and all his bros were there. And Corey was there to do stand-up as punishment for having lost his fantasy football league. And I was like, that's great that your punishment is my dream. I didn't lose anything to be here. But also watching Corey and his bros, it was like such classic male, like masculinity bullshit, you know? That like in order for Corey to get on stage and express himself creatively, it had to be like the humiliating punishment of a sports bet. You know what I mean? And like all of Corey's bros were there and they were like, we're here to see Corey get humiliated, you know? But like what that really meant was like, we're here to support Corey. Like, we believe in Corey, you know? And I was just imagining that like other bros in the group were gonna like watch Corey on stage and get inspired. You know, it's gonna like stir something up in them. So that later in the night they'd be like, dude, that was so embarrassing with Corey up there. I was thinking, you know, bro, like, you know, it'd be so fucking funny and humiliating if like the punishment for our next sports bet, like, how funny would it be if the loser like had to paint? You know? Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious if like the loser had to like express himself through a beautiful painting? You know? Like mostly oils? Like oil work, you know? And then another one would be like, dude, that suggestion is so stupid that I wrote this poem about it. Alright guys, that's it for me.